Oh god, what happened? Ah, shit.
Hey, take my hand.
Okay. Oh, cool. A DS game to talk about. The World Ends With You is an RPG released on the DS in 2007 from Square Enix. The game was re-released on Nintendo Switch with an extra content and received a sequel in 2021. I found this game on DS and actually put it off for ages because of the touchscreen controls. But little did I know, that was the best part. The story starts when Neku wakes up in Shibuya. Oh my god, it's the place from Persona 5. When Neku, dazed and confused with no memory, Neku starts wandering around with getting attacked by strange creatures. Then Shiki, a random person, runs into Neku to make a pact and gives him pins. These pins allow Neku to attack the noise and continue in the Reaper's game. Now the combat in this game is chef's kiss. Beautiful. And also really fucking confusing. But when mastered, you feel like an atagram instead of a zeptogram. So how does it work? It doesn't. If we take a break and look at the DS game, you'll find three categories. Ones that don't need a touch screen, but may put it in because Nintendo hates you. One that benefit from a touch screen, but could work without one, I guess. And ones that don't work on other consoles than the DS. This is one of those games. Listen up, Zeptograms. Welcome to a 101 on the World Ends With You combat. Let's begin. So on the bottom, we have Neku and the top Shiki. To begin, let's look at Neku. Neku attacks with pins. These pins can be obtained by destroying noise and can be very unique. To begin with, let's look at the ones you get from Shiki. Let's start with Slash. The description of the pin says that by slashing noise, Neku will deal damage. So that's what you do. We use the stylus to draw sharp lines with the noise. This is the basics of the basics. A single pin has carried me 99% of the game. But let's look at the other pins. Fire, bullet, telekinesis, and health strings. To use fire, drag the stylus around, not slashing, to bring fire around the battlefield and attack enemies. If we look at bullets, they can be activated by tapping the screen rapidly. This sends out projectiles at a high rate, dealing damage on contact. And there's a really interesting thing, telekinesis. Similar to fire, moving the stylus, telekinesis deals damage to enemies. But the difference is, with telekinesis, you use obstacles on the stage. And lastly, health drinks just heal you. So do you understand that? Because we aren't even done yet. Although there are, more pins, they usually are just an upgrade or similar to the ones I've mentioned. So just experiment and find something you'll like. We're only halfway there. So we got the bottom screen done. Now let's have a look at the top screen. If we look at Shiki, you'll see a few things of importance. Let's take it slowly because it gets complicated fast. So using the D-pad or the face buttons for left-handed people lets you target enemies on the top. Hitting left focus is left and hitting right, right. After that, you can press left or right down the path. The end of these paths are symbols. Now then, let's look at the top of the screen. Here is a list of symbols, the same ones on the path. They show the symbols you need to pursue in the path. So by matching symbols, you gain stars. These stars are displayed, but the point of these stars are for showing you how many matches you need to activate a special attack. This attack deals heavy damage to enemies on both screens, and if you're lucky, finish the fight. So do you understand that? Great, because there were some last things I forgot to say. You have to do these at the same time. That's right, you've got to handle the symbols on the top and control Neku. And that's not all. You'll eventually get upgrades such as attacks or defense boosts, which you can buy or just get from fights, and then upgrades allowing you to block by pressing down or jumping with up. And that's not all. You can also get and wear clothes in the menu. These can be equipped on Neku and Shiki, and depending on your bravery level you can wear, but these clothes can add health, defense, and attacks. And that's not all. You can also buy food from the shops, and you can do things like increase stats. And that's not all! Okay, let's turn it down a bit. Something you do in an RPG is level up and get stronger, right? You fight monsters and gain XP, and that's the point of the game, right? Well, in this game, depending on your performance, you might even get XP to upgrade pins or level up. But there's another thing, you get to pick what level you are. I'm sure you're confused, like, why the hell do you pick your level? The thing is, this game isn't like a turn-based RPG. It's like Dark Souls. Now hang on there, Dark Souls rely on you reading enemies to counter-attack, and that's what you do in this. You could beat the entire game without taking any damage by dodging. I should have used fucking Undertale, that makes more sense. Undertale. By dodging and reading your enemies, the lower your level, the lower health and stats, but you have a raised XP gain and pin drop chart. This risk reward system is really helpful as it lets you grind for XP easily and make it harder if the game is too easy. You can also change the difficulty from hard to easy to get even more XP and pins. And you even have link battles. Wait, no, I have more, no! Well, I guess that's enough on the combat. Psych! Wait, no, I'm joking. This gem on the DS may seem to be an undercooked gimmick, but actually is an amazing RPG with innovative ideas that I haven't seen again in any other RPG. An amazing story and beautiful art style with amazing music and the weirdest combat ever. This game is the best DS game I've ever played.